Hello Gemini, welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 10th through to the 16th of July. Thank you very much for being here. You've got on the overall energy the Hangman, looking at things in a different way. Maybe the energy is approaching you in a different way. It's obviously seeing the sort of work that you've been doing on yourself over the past sort of 3 months. You've been burrowing away, coming through your birthday season, coming out the other end of your birthday season, and starting to push forward, and with the great opportunities that have been arriving for you, as far as I can see, if you've been looking at them, looking at life in a different sort of sense. And I think energy is sort of setting up now in a different way for you, and that means you need a different type of interaction with the overall vibration around you, and that's to do with everything, as much as to do with trees and animals as to do with yourself, the outside world, money, possessions, relationships, everything like that. Just looking at things in a different way to how to set goals for yourself and what you need to do in order to get there. On your relationships, you have the Six of Cups. It's understanding the beautiful journey that's got you to where you are today. Yes, I know it can be difficult sometimes, but learning about that process and understanding of how you got to where you are today will mean that you can then start putting things into place, so in the future you will get the success that you desired, rather than any sort of complications that might have been on your path, and realizing the happiness that you can create in order to get the best out of life. The universe here is sort of saying out with the old and in with the new. I really believe that they're really sort of the universe is sort of saying the way in which you've been doing things, the process that you've been going through in order to get to what you want, has had teething problems, and it's a case now of sort of saying reinvigorating your passions within your relationships, even a new relationship that is coming your way, a very passionate relationship that is coming your way. Could be to do with a Sagittarius or an Aries or something like that. I'm getting more than Leo and stuff like that, but it's a new way of doing things that is brewing up through you. In your guides here, where they're connecting to your past and your future, your super subconscious, you get the Temperance. To put things into action, it does take a little bit of patience. You can be very impatient, Gemini, the moment you realize what you need and how you need to do things, and to push failure out the back door and success in through the front door. You got to be patient for the things to turn around and move in your favor. That's what the Hangman's all about, is seeing things slightly different in order for you to get the success that you've been so desiring over. And being patient with yourself in the past, I think it's there. That's what's been happening. You have been patient more than anything else. And this patience is now starting to pay off, because you've got the Knight of Cups. I was saying earlier on there that you have to be patient. I should have said you have been patient, because this is slightly to do with your past and your past self. So I think your patience is now playing off, and your karmic mission is to, in a way, it's almost like a situation where you don't repeat the mistakes, the mistakes from the past, basically. And there's someone coming in here. There's an offering coming into you, which I've already said the opportunities have been about you, and seeing things differently, out with the old and in with the new. This offering, I think, comes out of the blue. I wouldn't be surprised if you get the Moon card in the clarification at the top there. There's some sort of connection with someone that you might have been waiting around for a long time for this connection, or you don't see it coming at all. That it's been happening over a long time that you may not well have seen. In your complete future, how you come out of this is playing smart. I think this ties into the Six of Cups here. of not repeating the same mistakes of what you've done in the past. I think you should be very clear about that. You will be very clear about that in regards to your relationships. And with this new connection you have with someone or something, and this new offering for you, it's like you're saying to yourself, this time I'm not going to get it. This time I'm not going to let it go. This time I'm gonna grab hold of this love. And as it flows through you, it's going to make you play smarter than you've ever played in regards to your relationships. Let's have a look what's going on in your business, job, financial sort of side. You have the devil. The devil's in the detail. Everybody seems to be getting the devil at the moment. I think this is a case of yourself of not being so obsessive in your career path, in your business or your job. I would allow things to flow a little bit easier than getting too bogged down in the detail, as it were. Too obsessive about getting things correct. Not correct, but getting things exactly as you've seen it to be happening. Because we're dealing with the outside world, we're dealing with other people and stuff like that. And there needs to be a little, I'm getting where there needs to be a little bit of wiggle room, a little bit of, give and take, a little bit of elasticity within your karmic path there. You get the Hierophant. The universe is giving you the Hierophant here, which is a very religious, knowledgeable. It's the unification sort of card as well. It's also a card of how you've learned to physically obtain your heart's desires or your goals in your life. On your financial side here, I think, in your job, career path and everything like that, in your business and everything, I think it's a case here that you have to be wary of being a little bit obsessive and too stringent, because it's going to slow you down. It's going to reduce your capacity to open up the doors of success within your life. And you should know this. This is a learned card, the Hierophant. In your future self, you get in your past self, sort of, your guides that's looking the connection between the past and the future, you get the King of Cups. You've done a lot of work under the surface, and now it's almost as if it plays well with that Temperance card in a way. You've got that air about you that now you've got that peace in order for that success to happen within you. And as I said, it's like going with the flow. The King of Cups is all about plain sailing, smooth sailing. And this is what's been building up into you, and this is what you should be working towards. The devil here, then, in that case here, could be, be obsessive about it being smooth sailing for you. That the financial side of life really starts working for you. And you get the King of Swords. This is massively powerful, actually, on this side here. In your future self, you get the King of Swords, Judgment. So, a very sort of Gemini card in a way. Seeing the situation for what it is, and quite literally being that sort of authority about how you go ahead and do things. And I would, if you're in a job or in a business or in a project, I would here stick by your guns, maybe being a bit obsessive about that side. It's making the Devil card a little bit more clearer for me now, about how you should be very clear vision about where you're going. But we've got two kings on this side as well, and the Hierophant here. And I think with this this new vision of where you're going, built out of judgment of situations, it's a very learned process that you're going through at the moment. And I would learn this lesson because it's going to serve you a lot going future. In the future, you get the Six of Swords, a rite of passage. Because of all this has gone before with the King of Cups and the Hierophant, and how the universe is helping you out, I think it's almost as if like the outside world may not get it totally, but you do, and the way in which you put it all together that brings you the success is almost this kind of, you just got to, that plain sailing, allow it to happen, that rite of passage coming through for you, the development of something new that's, I think going to be pretty abundant. But seeing things differently this week here is important, to see every side of the situation. Thank you, Gemini, for being here with us. I really do appreciate your support, either by subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, whichever way it is. It's absolutely beautiful. There's also links in the description below where you can grab me a cup of coffee, or there is also links to the private readings that I do and the healing sessions that I do. You can click on those links. You can choose the formula that corresponds to you, the time and date as well, which corresponds to you. And then we'll be all booked up and ready to go. So thank you very much, Gemini, for being here. Let's just see, with a bit of clarification, what's going on. The Hangman. There's more ways, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Is, I think the phrase is, poor cats. You know what I mean? Who'd want to skin a cat? But there's more ways of skinning a cat. And I think this is in the Hangman is not only trying to be the best example of yourself, but it's also sort of pulling yourself out of a situation in the past that should no longer exist in your life. And I think this is what the universe, or the energy, the overall energy, is trying to achieve for you here. And it allows you, gives you that space and freedom to actually be the best example of who you are. With the Six of Cups, you get the Moon. I said the Moon was probably coming up. I think I said it on the Knight of Cups there. But yeah, I think it's out of the past, and the good vibration of your past is going to bring up a lot of things within you, using aspects from your past that you might have forgotten about in order to get the best out of your relationships, seeing things in a different way. Exposing different sides, different aspects of you that made you really happy in the past that you haven't seen in your life for some time. Out with the old and in with the new, in a different respect there. With the Ace of Wands, you get the Knight of Cups. We get the Knight of Cups twice now on your relationship side. I think this is something that comes into your life. The universe is trying to encourage it in regards to a relationship, a very passionate relationship. As I said, could be with a fire sign. Could also be with an air sign, but whatever they are, whoever the person is, it's very, very stimulating to you and creates a lot of passion within your life. And I think the offering is coming to you rather than you're giving the offering in a way. But then again, it's because you're starting anew that could be opening up the opportunity of that offering to come to you. With the Temperance is, I think patience is always comes before action, and this is your action. It's a bit of a leap of faith. It's trusting in yourself in order to get the best out of life. Get the best out of your past in order to create the best future for you. And it is going to take a bit of a leap of faith, where it's going to put you a little bit out of your comfort zone, really, more than anything else. I think you're actually going to enjoy it, though, because it's going to help you to understand a different type of process, the Hangman, a different type of process in order to get to the goals, or your goals, or your desires in regards to your dreams and your relationships. With the Knight of Cups, you get the Knight of Pentacles. This is beautiful as well. So it's an offering of physical, something very physical. So it could be, someone who sort of says to you, I was thinking about going, down the beach this weekend. I don't suppose you wanted to come. I've got a house down there. And it's an offering that opens up, and this is where it's that leap of faith comes into it. It's something physical. It could be even sort of saying, I was thinking of going to the cinema. It's like physically doing something with somebody else, which opens up that opportunity of a good relationship between you and another person, by the looks of it. on a very sort of personal level. What is this Seven of Swords all about? This could be about this sort of energy that's coming through on between the 15th and the 17th. I will be doing a collective reading on that on Monday, and a time stamped on each individual sign on the Tuesday, because it's come across every single sort of sign. By the end of the week, there seems to be a change of environment. Yeah, you're walking away from something and walking towards the sun, walking towards your happiness. And I think this is now maybe that playing smart of walking away from any sort of relationships in the past that just done their day and everything like that. And now it's a case of saying, now it's the time to walk towards the sun and being, playing smart about where you're going, basically. Playing smart about where you're going is going to help you and it's going to come through because you see things in a different way. Let's see what's going on with that devil. You got death and rebirth. This is a whole new period coming up for you within your career path, within your business, and any projects that you've got ongoing here. I think it's concentrating on that start, concentrating on where you're going or what you want out of life in the regards to financial world. It's something. There's a whole new starting and beginning for you. With the Hierophant, you get the Ace of Swords. Did you get it? I thought you had it elsewhere. Ace of Swords. With this learned aspect of it all, it's going to bring forth a clear vision where you will know that process. That's what that staircase that goes round. You will know the steps, and that's what the Hierophant does. The Hierophant learns about the steps in order to get to their goals or their ambitions in their life, and it's going to make you feel like you're winning. You're really, that you're winning in every aspect. It's not just in one way, it's winning in multitudes of ways. And this learning process comes out through that Judgment card as well within the King of Swords. With the King of Cups, you get the Ace of Cups. I think there's a very stimulating career path or business or finances going on in your life at the moment, and I would follow your heart's desires in this respect. If you've got a new job that's going to make you feel a lot more comfortable about life, I would follow it most certainly. With the King of Swords, you get the devil. That's twice the devil that's out there. And I think the devil in the detail and being obsessive about the path that you're taking and being judgment, how you're using your judgment in order to get that clear vision. So you're sort of saying, in the past, this happened, which I didn't want it to happen. This is why it's happened. Therefore, I'm not going to do it again. And sticking by your guns in a way. It's going to really play dividends for you in the long run. And that is what that rite of passage is about. Sticking by your guns. You're heading towards much happier climbs and complete and utter unification, falling in love with what you're doing. You've got the Ace of Cups on this side as well now, and you've got the Lovers. It's falling in love with what you're doing. And this could be a new business, a new project, whatever it is. It's now the time, I think, to start instigating all of those sort of aspects within your life. It's certainly going to bode well for you. There you go, Gemini. Thank you very much for being with us. Don't forget to show your support by subscribing, clicking that bell, commenting, and all of those sort of things. I really do appreciate it. I've got those readings coming out this week on the changing vibration that's coming through our system at the moment. I'll see you there for that. In the meantime, all that's left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.